organization feels very honored to be able to finally welcome you to a market open and celebrate with you. Black Opportunity Fund, for those who don't know, and I would expect everyone, most to know, but is providing Black-owned companies with access to capital. It's also supporting, if I'm correct, charities, not-for-profits, to help Black communities across the country. And I think taking a very strong and good stance against anti-racism. And I think that is values that matters and values that are important to us. We are, and let there be no doubts about that, an organization that is totally against racism. We're also an organization that fundamentally believes in diversity. Diversity is a concept that is not only important from a societal perspective. We all agree that, enabling diversity is the right thing to do, but it's also something that's extremely valuable for companies and for corporations. And we see that, we live that. Diversity brings smarter decisions. Diversity enables better retention rates of employees. Diversity, in fact, allows companies to better understand their customers and have better interactions with them. Altogether, it makes companies more successful. It makes companies more successful. It makes our society better. And that is why we believe in it. That's why we stand behind it. And that is why we want to be a champion of diversity in every shape and form that it takes. And today, the diversity that we really want to put forward is diversity around the Black community. So welcome. Great to have you with us.
It is a pleasure to be in an organization that understands that diversity is there's not just a business case for diversity. It's the right thing to do. And thank you for walking that walk and having an organization that believes in it. I want to tell you a little bit more about Black Opportunity Fund. Established in 2020, we are a community-led, registered Canadian charitable organization. And our mandate was to establish a sustainable, long-term pool of capital, which, as Josh says, will be used to improve both the social and economic well-being of Black Canadian communities by funding Black-led not-for-profits, charities, and businesses. The fund catalyzes the cultural, socioeconomic, institutional, and political change that is required to enable Canada's diverse Black communities to thrive, and it fulfills that mandate by providing grants to Black-led organizations which operate in the focus areas that we highlighted based on our national community consultations. Those are healthcare, education, youth, criminal justice, and arts and culture. And we provide grants and loans to sustain and scale Black-led, Black-owned businesses. So what does all that mean on a practical level? Well, what we know for sure is that economic outcomes dictate every other aspect of societal life. And in fact, it's said that you can better and more accurately predict a health outcome for someone based on their postal code than if you had their DNA. What we know for sure is that Black Canadians earn less, are disproportionately excluded from access to capital from traditional sources, that we have disproportionately adverse health outcomes and educational outcomes, and that Black communities, Black Canadians are challenged by structural and institutionalized barriers which increase the wealth gap and which prevents the building of intergenerational wealth. So we're a couple months out of Black History Month now, a couple weeks out of Black History Month now, and throughout Black History Month, as in every other year, we hear all these wonderful statements about commitments to dismantling all of these barriers. And what Black Opportunity Fund exists to do is to actually activate those statements, to take those statements and implement them into real life action so that we have measurable, demonstrable impact and to improving economic and social outcomes. And we do that again by raising and mobilizing what we aim to be the world's largest permanent fund to serve and empower Black communities.